Get out of here.
First of all, there's a bottle of alcohol in the tree. And then there's...
Was that you? Who the was that? There's someone outside the church. There's someone outside the church. I'm telling you right now.
In January 2025, a solo backpacker from the YouTube channel Nomad Unknown set off on her first journey of the year, venturing alone into one of the most notorious stretches of wilderness in Arizona. Her channel, typically filled with serene trail footage and informative narration, had never captured anything quite like this. What began as a peaceful, well-planned hike through sun-scorched canyons and dry riverbeds quickly gave way to something far more unsettling.
Water rolling down my face. It's not tears, it's sweat. I already had to stop and layer down and lather up on the sunscreen. I'm trying to wear like sun shirts and things like that to protect my skin, but it's just too hot for that. I can't breathe. And I'm gonna get a heat-related illness. There's the parking lot down there. Just did a nice hearty climb to start with on the Bluff Spring Trail. And looks like I've crested this ridge. And let's find out. Unfortunately, the map I have is not in tremendous detail. It was the smallest scale map I could find at 1:70, but actually I think it's 1:60. I had to search pretty hard for that one. And on this route that I'm doing also does not exist as a ready-made route or already uploaded route on all trails, so I am just following my mapped route.
The desert was quiet, eerily so. The only sounds were the crunch of her boots on gravel and the whisper of wind through brittle brush. As she followed the trail deeper into the canyon, something odd caught her attention.
What is this? Like bloody tracks of some sort. Well, we should definitely follow them. Of course, they're leading in the other direction. Is there a crime scene up here? Weird. I don't see an origin. Oh, here's more. Okay. Through here. Let's see. Here they continue. Let's follow. That's a long way. Okay. It's up there. Actually, there are still some faint signs of blood along the trail here. Nothing here. Oh, there's some rock right there where my head shadow is. There we go.
A dark streak smeared across a rock, then another. Faint paw prints veered off the path, disappearing into the scrub. She paused, crouching to examine them. Her tone remained calm, reasoning it was likely a predator, maybe a mountain lion or coyote dragging prey through the area. Still, something about it lingered in her mind. Later that afternoon, she pitched her tent near a spring, a rare source of water in the dry expanse. As the sun began to dip, the air seemed to shift.
Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous about this camp. Yeah, I just feel a little uneasy about it. Maybe it's just been such a long time since I've camped out in a tent in a place that I'm not familiar with, that the feeling is coming from that, but also part of my logical mind just reasons that, I'm here because of the proximity to water, and the wild animals that live in this area have the same interest. And when I first got here, I heard some rustling of what I'll say is a mammal up the hill just away. And yeah, it makes me nervous. I mean, this is definitely an established campsite for humans, but also just in the tree right above my tent is bird feathers. And looks like something happened to the bird. And I didn't discover that until after I just finished setting up the tent. But whether I'm right here or over there, I don't know that it makes much of a difference. And there's also an odor. I don't know if somebody just didn't handle their business properly and did it too close to camp, or I don't know if I'm smelling an animal or something, but I'm a little bit disturbed. But this is where I'm camping for tonight, so time to suck it up, buttercup, you know? Hey! Get out of here! Get out of here! Okay, whatever that is, it is not intimidated by me, and I can't see anything, but I can hear it, and hopefully you can hear it too, to know I'm not crazy. I got 1 liter of water. I'm getting out of here. I'm not staying here tonight. Are you freaking kidding me? It's not even dark yet. Right, I'm out of here. Yeah. I'm not trying to be dramatic, I swear. Like, I heard some stuff when I first got there, and I figured I had scared it away. And even though it smelled weird and I was feeling nervous, I was like, mind over matter, it's fine, you're fine, just tell yourself you're fine. I got about 1 liter of water out of that spring. I don't think I'm being stalked. I actually don't even think it was a big... Okay, I'm still paranoid. Actually, I don't even think it was a big cat. No, I'm not paranoid. That's fresh scat.
It felt thicker charged. A sharp metallic scent hung low, and when she looked up, she noticed scattered feathers clinging to the branches above her camp. Then came the sound. Faint at first. A steady rustle in the brush. It didn't fade. It didn't retreat. It circled. At some point, her instincts took over. She didn't wait for nightfall. She grabbed her pack, broke camp in silence, and walked away, never once looking back. Some viewers believe she unknowingly camped near a fresh kill, and the mountain lion responsible had returned. Others aren't so sure. They point to the feathers, the smell, the silence, and something more elusive. Something older, stranger. In the Superstition Mountains, not everything that stalks you leaves footprints, and many wonder, what might have happened if she had stayed just 1 more hour? Sean the Explorer, behind a popular UK-based camping channel, is known for his peaceful solo journeys into nature. His content typically highlights quiet forests, remote landscapes, and the solitude of van life. But in February 2024, one of his trips turned into something far more unsettling.
I mean, I am parked on the side of a road. I have parked across from a bit of a clearing. After last week's video, where I had a little bit of aggro, I decided this week I'm just going to come out in the middle of nowhere so that I can have a little bit of downtime.
On this particular outing, Sean had chosen a remote roadside clearing surrounded by thick woodland, hoping for a quiet night after experiencing some tension on a previous trip. He spent a few hours hiking in the nearby forest, then returned to his van, ready to relax.
I think I'm just going to go to bed. Cozy. All being well, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. A car's just pulled up, and it sounds like they're walking around the van.
Later that evening, after one final walk, he climbed into the van, settled in, and signed off for the night, expecting nothing more than a peaceful sleep. But around 3 a.m., he was suddenly awakened by the sound of an approaching vehicle. Listening closely, he realized someone had pulled up nearby, and footsteps began circling his van. Alarmed, he peeked through the curtains, catching a glimpse of individuals moving outside before they quickly returned to their car and sped away. The incident was disturbing, but it wasn't until morning that the true nature of what happened became clear.
My door's stuck. What the actual... See that?
As Sean tried to exit his van the next day, he found the door wouldn't budge. It was jammed. Forcing it open, he discovered the reason someone had zip-tied the handles from the outside. Heavy-duty plastic ties had been wrapped tightly around the door mechanisms, effectively locking him inside. Upon further inspection, the rear doors had also been tampered with the same zip ties fastened across the handles. Whoever had approached the van in the night had clearly intended to restrict his movement. Why someone would do this remained unclear. Sean speculated it could have been an attempt at theft, perhaps targeting his fuel supply, or maybe a warning from locals who didn't appreciate overnight visitors. Another possibility, someone was simply trying to frighten him for their own amusement. Whatever the motive, the encounter was enough to shake anyone. The use of zip ties suggests premeditation. This wasn't a random act. It's possible the individuals were testing how Sean would react, or worse, preparing to escalate further if he hadn't noticed in time. The fact that they fled once he stirred indicates they were not expecting him to be alert, or that they weren't prepared for confrontation. Was it a prank, a theft attempt, or something more sinister left unfinished? And more importantly, what might have happened if he hadn't woken up? Nick and Julie are typically known for their peaceful truck camping experiences, calm journeys focused on nature, rest, and slow adventure. But their visit to Kentucky's Red River Gorge took an unexpected turn, standing out starkly from the rest of their content. The day began normally.
Hi guys, welcome to a new video. We're in the Red River Gorge in Kentucky, heading up to the Natural Bridge on their skylift. This is so cool. I like this hike up to the bridge. We just came from all the way back there.
This is way more than 100 feet.
This must be the top of the Natural Bridge. And there's no fencing or anything. And it's actually pretty slippery because it's sandstone.
Yeah, there's
no railing, nothing.
You just slide off.
I did not know that this was Kentucky.
Yeah. I don't travel Kentucky much.
No. Wow. I think this is called the Fat Man Squeeze. Probably try sideways. No?
Take my backpack off. This is crazy. I'm not even fat.
Oh, wow.
With a scenic ride up the skylift to the Natural Bridge, one of the area's most iconic formations.
Going from the skylift down, we actually get a reveal of the giant arch, the giant natural bridge here. Check this out. Isn't that incredible? So this Red River Gorge has a lot of natural formations. I think over 100 natural arches and natural bridges like this. And this one is one of the biggest ones, one of the most popular ones. It is 65 feet tall and 75 feet across. That's incredible that this is just natural like that. So beautiful.
It's a pizza oven. Yeah, there will be a pizza oven. Make a fire in there. Put a pizza.
For sure.
Pizza here.
Yeah.
That's it.
You must be hungry. Looks so pretty along the trail. We took the sky lift on the way up and we're hiking down. I think that was definitely a good idea because it's pretty steep. I feel like you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it smells
It's
good.
a beautiful hike too.
It smells really good here.
And it's a little bit easier going down than up, so.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You can smell the pine.
Can't believe the rhododendrons are still in bloom up here. We're in July already and they're still blooming.
The sandstone arch offered breathtaking views and steep trails, and the couple documented their hike as they made their way down through the blooming forest. By late afternoon, they returned to their vehicle and began looking for a place to camp. Armed with a valid permit, they ventured deeper into the Daniel Boone National Forest. Eventually, they came upon a remote clearing near a creek seemingly secluded and serene. The sun was beginning to set, and all they could hear were birds and the gentle sound of running water. But as they began setting up camp signs of prior activity caught their attention.
We haven't seen anyone around yet, but some things are kind of sketchy around here. First of all, there's some bottle of alcohol in the tree. And then there's a bunch of gun shells. There's a shotgun shell. There's a gun cartridge there. There's some broken glass. There's another gun cartridge. When we were driving in, we broke our V-boost antenna. Probably got snagged on a tree branch or something. I'm feeling creeped out right now.
Yeah, I think so.
People sometimes come here to party and shoot guns or something, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and they drive four-wheelers and stuff.
Yeah, this is all like
Tire tracks and...
mud, so hopefully it'll be a quiet night.
It should be. We've been here for like an hour. There's nobody driving.
Scattered around the area were spent shotgun shells, broken glass, and discarded alcohol containers, some of which were tucked into tree hollows. Deep tire tracks suggested that off-road vehicles had torn through the spot recently. It wasn't what they expected from such a remote location, but with no one around, they decided to stay for the night. That changed quickly. While preparing dinner, the situation took a disturbing turn.
While we were making dinner, some like 2 four-wheelers drove up from the woods, and they kind of just like parked in front of our truck and camper, and they just stood there for about like, how long do you think it was? Like a good 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're not sure what that was all about.
Yeah, they already left, but I don't know if I want to stay here. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think it's worth the risk or whatever, just in case.
Yeah, we're not sure what it was all about.
Yeah.
If it was just, they're just standing there for no reason, or if they just don't want people staying here.
Who
or,
knows?
Yeah, I'm not
they
sure.
they didn't say anything. They just parked in front of the truck.
Yeah, so it's
for
just kind
20
of weird.
minutes.
There's no service here,
Yeah.
and it's just in the middle of the woods. There's no one here, so we don't know what that was all about.
I think it's best to just pack up and leave at this point, just in case. Who knows? Better be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
So we're going to clean up our stuff and head out. Oh, too bad. It's all right. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to be heading out, but thank you guys for watching this video.
2 individuals on 4-wheelers emerged from the woods and stopped directly in front of the couple's truck and camper. They didn't speak, didn't wave. They simply stood there for nearly 20 minutes in silence. With no cell service and no one nearby, the tension became unbearable. Nick and Julie chose not to take any chances. They packed their things and drove off into the night, abandoning their plans to stay. No threats were made, no words exchanged, but the unspoken discomfort was enough. This wasn't a case of casual curiosity or a misunderstanding. It was something harder to define, an atmosphere that warned them to leave. The encounter may have been nothing more than an awkward misunderstanding or the presence of locals who felt territorial. But the signs, ammo, alcohol, and silent intimidation suggest a different possibility, that the area was frequented by people not wanting company or attention. With no way to communicate or ask for help, Nick and Julie made the right call by trusting their instincts. What would you have done in their situation? Was this an innocent coincidence or something more deliberate and threatening? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. In June of 2025, a solo traveler known online as a tiny nomad was deep into her journey across the United States, headed for Alaska in her trusty 4Runner. But mechanical delays forced her off the road. Instead of pushing forward, she made an unexpected stop in rural Washington state, waiting on a replacement car part that had failed to arrive twice before. To reset both body and mind, after 3,000 miles of driving in just a week, she chose to rent a tiny remote cabin tucked deep in the woods. Surrounded by mossy trees and mist-covered trails, it felt like a fairy tale. But that illusion would not last long.
Well, I've been laying in bed reading for like half an hour, and I just heard this like loud knock. It came from the back of my cabin. And it scared me to the point I immediately jumped up and started looking all around the windows to see if I could like see an animal. I was like looking for maybe a bear, because there is bear around here, but I couldn't see anything. I mean, I can only see out the front of my cabin, but I'm just feeling like weird and like on edge now, especially since to get to like the kitchen in my car, I have to like, it's like a trek. I mean, when I say a trek, it's about a 5-minute walk outside my cabin, but I have to completely walk through the woods. Like, I can't see my vehicle from here. Oh, God.
The first day passed peacefully. She ate healthy food, took deep breaths of fresh air, and caught up on sleep. That night, she curled up in bed with a book. Roughly 30 minutes later, a loud knock echoed from behind the cabin. She sprang from bed and scanned the windows, half expecting a bear, but nothing moved. The only thing staring back at her was silence. Her unease grew when she remembered the cabin had no direct line of sight to her car, which was parked a 5-minute walk away through the dark forest. No streetlights, no visibility, no neighbors nearby. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, she had noticed something else when first arriving.
I mean, I don't know. The camera definitely looks like it hasn't been used in a very long time, but it's like, why wouldn't they just take it off? Why is it there? It just adds to the creepiness of this place, in my opinion. I don't like it. I also just discovered there's a shower here. So I was like, why did they have these towels right here? Like shower towels? And then when I walked outside, they have an outdoor shower that's completely open. Right there. But, I mean, it's completely open. Nothing covering you.
A security camera mounted right on the porch. The welcome booklet claimed it was inactive, but the way it loomed above the entryway never sat right with her. And then came the outdoor shower. Positioned next to the porch, with no curtain, no barrier, and full exposure to anyone or anything that might be watching from the woods. She never saw anything concrete. No figure in the woods, no footsteps outside. But the knock, the camera, and the exposed layout of the cabin all felt too coincidental. Was it a watchful neighbor, a stranger passing through, or just the paranoia of solitude setting in after weeks alone on the road? Whatever it was enough to make her more anxious in that cabin than on any stretch of highway she'd driven. She managed to finish her stay, but not without a lingering sense of dread. The knock was never explained, and she never used the shower. On June 21st, 2021, the team behind Paranormal Discovery set out on their next expedition, this time into the remote Tangier wildlands of Nova Scotia, a region long associated with Bigfoot sightings. Their goal was clear venture deeper than ever before into the unmapped mountain terrain in hopes of capturing something unexplained.
On the Bigfoot mapping project, there was actually, I think, in the early 1900s, but then again, someone else said it was like pretty recent, the last 5 years. But the map had a Sasquatch encounter here. Someone actually encountered one, marked it down. So we went hunting for that in the wintertime. But right now, we're coming back again so we can actually set up camp and look for one, or it, or whatever. Really sick. We got the tarp up, didn't film it because it was actually kind of coming down for a bit. Yeah, we wanted to just get it up so we can just have something we can be under at this point in time. So now that everything is good to go, I think the camping night starts. We're gonna get everything, the table, the cookers, I don't know about a bonfire, maybe. But for right now, we got the cookers. We're gonna make some food. Kiki, Alika, good girl. Okay, so this is the first time I've actually set up this tarp in this configuration. It looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. I've never done it before, but I kind of vibe it.
As they drove higher into the dense forest, the air shifted. The higher the elevation, the heavier the silence. They weren't just in the woods anymore. They were deep inside something far older. When you're really up in the mountains, it's a different kind of scary. They reached a familiar site now overgrown and damp from the recent rain.
Hello? I'm hearing footsteps in the bushes, man, like on both sides. This side, and then on this side. Trying to rationalize like as if it's like a bear or maybe a deer or something. What the f is that sound? Like, what was that sound? Bird or cryptid, something. Whatever is here found us. Are you a Bigfoot? Oh my God. I actually can't even breathe right now. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm having a panic attack. I'm having a damn panic attack. Okay.
As night fell, the crew made dinner, shared stories, and laughed. Even their dog Kiki seemed at ease. But that calm didn't last long. Later that night, the lead investigator set out alone with a flashlight and camera. Branches snapped. Low moaning sounds echoed from the trees. Then something touched his back.
You good?
Yeah.
What happened?
Just some weird sounds, really.
Yeah, I also heard some weird sounds.
Hey, baby. Hey. Yeah, like unhuman type of sounds. It was
Like moaning?
like something in distress.
Oh. Like I heard some really weird like moaning
Oh.
that I've legit like never heard before.
Yeah, that was weird. It was,
Yeah.
something's like dying or something in there.
I know, right?
Or there's like a Bigfoot literally so close to us. Anyways.
Say no.
Say no?
Say no to what? Fetch. It literally just said fetch. Okay, wait. I swear I just heard like something just got thrown. It just said hunt. Yeah. Are we being hunted by something?
He rushed back to the group, but the strangeness only escalated. The Spirit Talker app began speaking, fetch, hunt, say no. They described hearing inhuman moans, footsteps circling the camp, and branches breaking where no one was. Are we being hunted by something? While no creature was seen on camera, the team debated possibilities: a cryptid, an interdimensional entity, or a spiritual echo trapped in the woods. Nova Scotia is over 60% wilderness. Could something ancient still hide there, just beyond the reach of logic? Exhausted and overwhelmed, the team packed up and left early. The footage was inconclusive, but the moaning, the touch, and the commands they captured were very real. I'm not saying it was Bigfoot. I'm just saying it was wrong. Something out there found us. Just a few nights ago, the team behind Haunted Finders David, Tom, and Kev returned to one of the most unsettling locations they had ever explored, an abandoned church buried deep in the woods. The building had a dark reputation and had already produced significant daytime activity. Viewers demanded they go back, this time at night. As darkness fell, so did the silence.
I knew that. Dad's dog.
Dad's dog. Dog dad.
Dog dad.
Dog dad.
Dog dad. Dog dad.
Oh god. Bloody hell.
It looks good, doesn't it?
What the flip was that?
What is it?
No, someone was... Hey, 1 minute. Someone was just standing up there.
Why are you?
Someone was just standing up there.
Somebody there?
Someone was standing up there. I turned around as I was laughing, and someone was stood. There's a tree there, look. Do you know the tree that sort of goes up at an angle? Someone was flipping stood next to that. It was a full, like, almost like a silhouette of someone. But I saw the legs and the bottom half of the body. Then, as I like doubled back, it wasn't there.
Before the team even finished setting up, Tom saw a full-bodied silhouette standing near a tree outside the church. It vanished before he could say a word. From the start, the tone was chaotic.
Using my voice.
Using my voice. That's obviously what we've been hearing. Okay, so it's you. Are you the one crying? Are you the one crying? Was that you? Was that you? Who the was that? There's someone outside the church. There's someone outside the church. I'm telling you right now, quick, get outside. Please tell me one of you heard that. Oh my God. I've got full goosebumps all over my body. Oh my God. I need that to be caught on the camera. Are you sure you didn't hear it? And you didn't say anything? Holy shit. That was a full woman, full sentence. What did she say? Oh my God, it was in the church. It was inside the church. It sort of came sort of through this window here. That's why I thought maybe someone was out here. Oh God, I really thought I was a real person.
A woman's cry disembodied, echoing from the darkness. Inside the church, they activated the spirit talker. Using my voice. Was that you crying? Who the was that? The responses escalated. A full sentence spoken in a clear female voice came from inside the church.
Whoever just tried to talk to us, we heard you. We heard you hissing and shouting, whatever it was you tried to say. Please come and tell us who you are. Please come and tell us who you are.
What on earth?
We heard you. Is there somebody here that doesn't like us? We can say get out. We can say get out. Say go. We can say go.
It's definitely talking at the start. So all these responses that we're getting on EVP, that we're hearing with our own voice, I will enhance them the best I can and hopefully figure out what some of them are saying.
They connected the dots. According to historical records, the church had been ransacked by Cromwell's army centuries ago, a violent event that could have left unrested spirits behind. Voices, footsteps hissing. It never stopped.
Why do you want us to get out? We haven't done anything wrong. We just want to talk. Have you got anything to hide? Is that what?
What? You just said if they've got anything to hide, it says the pit.
The pit.
What is the pit?
What the hell?
What's the pit? Where is it then? Where is the pit?
The pit.
Have you buried bodies in there? The pit. That doesn't sound good to me.
No.
Is it?
It was right after you said, is there anything you want to hide?
What are you hiding?
You tell us.
We know you're out there watching us.
They had no answers. Just that word. The pit. The team suspected a mass grave may lie hidden near the church, possibly unmarked, possibly forgotten.
So, thought we'd do the outro here because by the time we get up there, we're going to be absolutely knackered. But it's been a crazy night. Literally, I just thought I heard something again.
Yeah, they're happy.
We've been having stuff literally non-stop all night from the moment we walked in here. I don't think there's a spirit here that I think doesn't like us being here and is hiding something. I don't know what it is, but in the background I can see your face on the screen. But we've been having some crazy stuff tonight. Crazy communication, disembodied voices, full-blown sentences that are disembodied coming from outside and inside the church. I just can't wait to get this on my headphones and see if I can actually enhance any of them, and hopefully they are on the audio.
But the activity that night was intelligent and interactive. Disembodied sentences, responses that aligned perfectly with their questions, and the chilling sense that something wanted them gone. The church gave them more than they were prepared for. Disembodied voices, clear commands, unease that never lifted. But what if the voices weren't trying to scare them off? What if they were warning them to stay away from what's buried in the pit? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.